So Samsung released a brand new flagship, and I mean flagship level monitor. And this is the new Samsung Neo G8 4K UHD 240 Hertz gaming monitor with 1 millisecond response time, gray to gray, with 1,000 curve. And so we're talking, these are specs that we have not seen ever to this level. So what's wrong with it? But here we are, almost 4 days into the launch, and it's still available. And so I don't think anything is wrong with this monitor, but I'm wondering, has Qd-OLED and OLED become, or starting to become, or becoming the screen or panel of choice for gaming monitors? Let's go through it. It's 32 inches. It's 4K, UHD, 240 Hertz frame rate. Has 1 millisecond gray to gray response time. Comes with AMD FreeSync Premium Pro. HDR 2000. We're talking 2000 nits of peak brightness. Now, this hasn't been tested yet, so we're not sure. It boasts a 1,000,000 to 1 contrast ratio. The GP 27 GP950B that I have behind me doesn't have the best contrast, but I mean, that is in comparison to OLED. My view may be skewed, right? Just being honest. The new Dell 32GQ 23Q or something like that, 32 inch 4K gaming monitor, 144 Hertz. It has horrible contrast ratio. So the Dell Alienware Qd-OLED 34 inch is sold out until August 16th. And they're saying like it's not sold out, right? Because it's saying add to cart. But shipping times for Dell is about 2 to 5 business days, depending on what you pay for. August 16th is months out. I think they just don't want to admit that it's sold out. But I'm asking, I guess the conversation that I want to have today, what's your thoughts on the current gaming market, the gaming monitor market? Have you bought or drank the Kool-Aid of, OLED or Qd-OLED being the monitor of choice? MSI just recently released a Qd-OLED panel as well. It's interesting that so far the Qd-OLED panels for monitors have all been ultra-wide and 1440p and not 4K. If the Samsung monitor would have released last year before the Qd-OLED monitor released this year, this would be sold out. I mean, at $14.99, it's not even expensive when you look at some of the, like the Asus 35-inch ultra-wide a year or two ago that was $19.99 when it came out. The current Samsung Neo G9, $22.99, right? Its counterpart. $14.99 is relatively extremely cheap for what you get with this monitor. And so this has kind of caught me off guard. They even have all of these, options to pay for it, right? You have your monthly 36 months and pay in 4, one-time payment. But it's extremely interesting to me that this is still available when you look at the specs. This has everything possible. It has tilt, height adjustment, pivot, so you can put it in portrait mode, 350 brightness typical, but up to 2000 HDR peak brightness. It has HDR 10 plus, of course, it's Samsung, and it's a PC monitor. 95% of the DCI color gambit, screen curvature. It's mini LED local dimming, so it's a mini LED panel. Wall mountable, FreeSync Premium Pro. I don't know what this doesn't have. Quantum dot color, my goodness. HDMI 2.1, DisplayPort 1.4. Oh my goodness, this monitor for this price, woo! So why isn't it sold out? And this video is more along the lines of a conversation. I want to get an idea as I start to think about content and investing in the channel and potentially buying monitors to review. You're not seeing a lot of monitor reviews in the typical IPS LCD panels. The market has seemed to be around the Qd-OLED panels, the new OLED panels upcoming from Asus or LG. But there's been some really great monitors to release in the standard format. Now, it could be because no one has a computer that can push that and no games are available at 240 hertz. But it's still interesting to see that it's still available and no one's talking about it. And there aren't any reviews, hand-on reviews. Now, it's still early. Usually with marketing, it would have already been in someone's hand. And so, I don't know. I just wanted to have this conversation, ask some questions, get the chat started in the comment section below. In 2022, are you still looking at the prototypical monitors, your IPS LCD panels in 1440p or 4K at your 144 hertz or 120 hertz is kind of the standard right now. For 1440p is kind of above that, 200 and plus, all that. Or are you starting to, feel the new wave, which is the OLED, Qd-OLED renaissance of monitors? Are you okay with the potential risk for burn-in as long as the size is correct? I'm really interested to see what people are thinking and kind of trying to get an idea of, like, as far as content, what should I cover going forward? So, as always, stay cozy in that crazy world. See you in the next video. Peace.